This is the venue where, as a young man, some of the music that I wrote was first performed. It was remarkably a pretty good sounding room. With all the uneven walls and all the crap everywhere, it actually sounded pretty good. This is a song that was recorded there. This is not Talking Heads in the picture, anyway. So, the nature of the room meant that words could be understood. The lyrics of the songs could be pretty much understood. The sound system was kind of decent. And there wasn't a lot of reverberation in the room, so the rhythms could be pretty intact too, pretty concise. I had a kind of model for creativity. Do we all make things with a venue, a context in mind? Now there's venues like this, a discotheque, and there's jukeboxes in bars, where you don't even need to have a band. There doesn't need to be any live performing musicians whatsoever. And the sound systems are good. People began to make music specifically for discos and for those sound systems. And as with jazz, the dancers liked certain sections more than they did others. So the early hip-hop guys would loop certain sections. I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. And the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. Live performance, when it was incredibly successful, ended up in what is probably acoustically the worst-sounding venues on the planet. Sports stadiums, basketball arenas, and hockey arenas. Musicians who ended up there did the best they could. They wrote what is now called arena rock, which is medium-speed ballads. They did the best they could, given that this is what they're writing for. The tempos are medium. It sounds big. It's more a social situation than a musical situation. There's more new venues. One of the new ones is the automobile. I grew up with a radio in a car, but now that's evolved into something else. The car is a whole venue. Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Get crop. Who you with? Who you with? The music that I would say is written for automobile sound systems works perfectly on it. There's one other kind of new venue, the private MP3 player. I think pop music mainly that's written today to some extent is written for these kind of players, for this kind of personal experience where you can hear extreme detail, but the dynamic doesn't change that much. Well, if this is a model for creation, if we make music, primarily the form at least, to fit these contexts, and if we make art to fit gallery walls and museum walls, and if we write software to fit existing operating systems, is that how it works?